Those are my last words. You don't want to shoot the neighbor! Get the fuck away! Go! Get the fuck off my husband!
So I'll give you a quick live review. I was gonna record a pre-recorded review for Coyotes. I watched it last night, but I figured since I'm up here, I might as well just give you the quick down and dirty review of it. Directed by Colin Minahan. I'm not familiar with his work, but I think the big reason everybody is drawn to this is because Jusin Long. Anytime Jusin Long, his name pops up in horror, we come around, right? Because the guy is just, oftentimes he's gold. Like, I loved him in Barbarian. He's fantastic in Barbarian. Jeepers Creepers, of course. But, there's a long list of great roles that Jusin Long has done. I've often compared him as like the modern day Michael J. Fox. He's just got that factor that Michael J. Fox had, that charisma, that it's almost like you can't really teach that. You just have to have, like, could you teach what Michael J. Fox had? No, you can't, right? You have to be Michael J. Fox. Originally wanted Michael J. Fox to be in Back to the Future, but then they couldn't because of his contract with Family Ties, and so they went with Eric Stoltz. And Eric Stoltz is just not Michael J. Fox. That was what they wanted for Marty McFly. So same thing with Jusin Long, and I think if they ever did, which although I think Jusin Long's too old now to do it, but if they ever did a modern day Back to the Future, it's too bad because 10 years ago, Jusin Long would have been perfect for a modern Back to the Future. Would you guys agree with that? I think he would have. But Coyotes, I didn't know anything about this movie. I think I saw a couple of reviews sprinkled across YouTube on it, and then I was like, Coyotes? I think like the horror show, I think they reviewed it. And I was like, Coyotes, what is that? And I checked out the trailer, and it's like a creature feature, and it's like a down-to-earth, realistic creature feature. Like, these are real coyote. It's not like I don't think there's a science fiction element to this movie. There is one scene in the movie where they sort of allude to the possibility that these are enhanced. And if you guys have seen this movie, maybe I'm way off here, but I could have swore there was a moment in the movie where it felt like they were trying to say that, like, how in a lot of movies there'll be like some kind of chemical that's accidentally spilled and it comes in contact with a creature, and then it kind of enhances the creature, makes the alligator 5 times bigger, right? Something like that. So don't quote me on that if you watch this movie, but I thought I remembered something like that. Coyotes. So the premise here is they all live in Hollywood, and remember, like last year when they had the fires, right? And it was all over the news. I think that was back in January, wasn't it? And I wonder if that might have inspired this movie, because there is like a fire in the Hollywood Hills in this movie as well. And I couldn't help but think of that. But the houses that they live in look like those houses in the Hollywood Hills. And, he has this like, the main family is Jusin Long, Kate Bosworth, and they got this daughter. And the beginning of the movie, he has like this exterminator there. And the exterminator's like, he's kind of like the shady character of the movie. He's kind of a dick. But the overall theme of this movie, before I get into the creature stuff, is Jusin Long. And the name of his character, let me pull it up here. I got it on IMDb. And that's a little clue for you, because usually if a movie's really, really great, the names jump out at me, okay? But like even on IMDb, he has no name. It says Jusin Long, okay? Brittany Allen, who I'm always a fan of, it has her name, Julie. But in the movie, they have like these splash screens for each character. Like every time a character is introduced, there's like a splash screen and like an animated type image of the character, like out of a comic book. And as I'm watching that, I'm like, there's got to be a reason they're doing that, but no, there's no reason. And it's kind of like weird that it's in there for no reason whatsoever. But yeah, Kate Bosworth is his wife. Maybe they don't have names in the movie, although there's a splash screen, so maybe they do have a name. But the overall theme of this movie is Jusin Long's character is a wuss. He's a big fat pussy, is what he is. Okay, and that's established in the movie. He doesn't have courage. You know, it's like the cowardly lion or whatever. And they're in a situation where they are potentially being attacked by coyotes. And so yeah, they have these moments where his wife is sort of like, "Are you going to man up?" She's not expecting him to man up at all. There's one scene where he's going to run, maybe for help or something like that, and she's like, "I don't think I've ever seen him run in my life." You know, so that's kind of the main theme of the movie is finding your courage, and of course, because it's Justin Long, you're going to have some comedic elements in there. My big problem with this movie is it doesn't really bring anything new to the table with the themes that it's doing, with the script, with the punchlines, the jokes that it's trying to tell. Everything feels kind of regurgitated. There's no like line in this movie that just really jumps out at you like, "Oh my God, that's a great line. I'm never gonna forget that. That's awesome." You know, like, you know, I was talking about like Back to the Future. There's actually, funny enough, in Back to the Future, one of the themes of that movie was Marty McFly, and especially George McFly finding his courage. Okay, so yeah, you can, but that movie had so many freaking amazing lines. You know, "I'm your density, I mean your destiny." Like every line of that movie is just gold. This movie, everything feels like it's stuff that you've heard before. It feels kind of lazy, and so you can't really gravitate towards any of the characters that well. Are, you know, caricature archetypes like Brittany Allen. She's married to this douchebag guy, and they seem like they have a tumultuous type relationship. They're wild, you know. So you got Justin Long and Kate Bosworth are like the squeaky clean type couple, and so there's potential there when you mix that formula together to have some really fun hijinks. But again, they're just not really creative with where they go with it. You know, like Brittany Allen ends up with them, and they're all trying to save themselves, but here's the big problem of the movie. If you're going into a creature feature, you better have a very formidable creature in there. You know, like in Crawl, right? With the I think it was alligators in Crawl, and boy, they were lethal. And sometimes they would just pop up out of the blue. There was tons of freaking bloodshed, and it was just a blast of a movie. And it never let up, and you're gripping your seat the whole way. And so this movie, it's like they turned the levels down to like, instead of turning it up to like, you know, 100, it feels like it's like 20, which is what my mic was at the beginning of this. Okay, I never felt scared. The coyotes, they look cool even though they're all CGI, but there's like one or two scenes where they like bite a guy's finger off or something like that. But I swear I counted maybe like 2 or 3 scenes where you get some good creature feature bloody action, right? I'd say like that's what, 5 minutes of, like, if you were to take those scenes in this movie and add them up, you're getting maybe 5 minutes. That's what you're getting. It's and even in those 5 minutes, it's so quick that there's just no impact. There's no impact. You know, Justin Long and Kate Bosworth are fine, but they're not like, "Oh my God, I love these characters so much. I'm rooting so hard for Justin Long." And really, Justin Long's charisma that he normally has in movies, it's kind of turned up to maybe 30%. It's not, you know, his full potential, like in Barbarian, right? Barbarian, oh my God, Justin Long stole that movie, at least as far as I'm concerned. I had such a blast with him. He was this injection of great comic relief. And that's what I got out of this movie, and he just didn't really do much. This felt like collecting a paycheck, okay? That's what this movie felt like. It just wasn't anything special. And unfortunately, I'm giving it a 2 hours lost. It's a 2 hours lost type movie. I can't recommend it to you guys. But if you're like dying to watch a creature feature, it comes out October 3rd. If there's nothing else to watch, really, if you're looking, like, guys, what's your favorite movie theater snack? Okay, do you get the popcorn or do you get the nachos? Okay, let's say you wake up on a Saturday morning, there's nothing else playing, which I think by October 3rd there's quite a few movies coming out, but you're dying for popcorn, right? or you're freaking dying for nachos like I usually do. Okay, I went to the movie just because I needed nachos. All right, that's happened. So, yeah, that if you're dying to catch a creature feature that's not good, then yeah, go see Coyotes. And I went in. I thought I was gonna like this movie. Okay, it looks nice, it's slick, but yeah, box of Butterfingers. There you go. Love Butterfingers, right? Scott Lauderdale. Yeah, I can go for some Butterfinger. Why not? Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's my review for Coyotes. I knocked that out. I don't have to record it now. I can just clip it out.